Hello, here's Zach Dai. Today we will talk about the Neo4j graph database. So first, let's take a look at the relational SQL database and what is graph database. So in the SQL database, everything is a table. So I think you guys are familiar with that. So if you want to search some information cross table, you have to use the join table, right? You set join, select everything from the first table, then join the second table, and join the third table. So that is how you organize this data. And in the graph database, you don't have the concept of table. You just have something like a node. We call that node in Neo4j, and you can think it's kind of an entity, right? Like a person, like a school, or something like that. And you can link with two different nodes with a relation. So you just call the node and find a relation to another node. You can get the data. So you don't have to go to one by one. You can directly connect with all those different. The reason here is efficient is because they are stored separated, not directed by the table, right? You don't need the middle table here. It's just a one-to-one relationship here, right? If you have one to many, you have more relationships here, and you can have different relationship types, which is if you use different types of relationship in SQL, you need different middle table here. So the first thing is how can we get Neo4j running, right? So there are two ways to run that for free. One is just download the Neo4j desktop is free, and another way is if you just want to try to see whether you like it or not, you can try the Neo4j sandbox, which I'm using here. And first thing, let's go to Google and search Neo4j sandbox, and we find the one from neo4j.com. If you come here, you see this page. You can launch the free sandbox here, and it will ask you to log in with your account. If you have Google account or LinkedIn or Twitter, you can log in with that. So for me, I use Google. Okay. If you don't have any project, it will lead you to this page to select the project, like a blank sandbox, which means nothing here, and Twitter, which needs you to link to your Twitter to analyze your friends or your activities here. And for now, I want to use the beginner project here. It's movies. Let's click on the beginner and launch the project. And you see that the project is running. Let's wait for a while till it finish. Okay, then let's open the browser. Once it's loaded, now you have a Neo4j database through the web. It's hosting on Neo4j, not from your local machine, so you don't need to worry about breaking anything. There's nothing dangerous here, right? So it gives a tutorial to tell you how to look at the database, and it provides some query. We call it a cipher in Neo4j. You can just click on that. It will send this query to the query writing part. For example, you can say match something. But if you don't know how to write it, you can click here. It says match movie will m dot released greater than 2000. Return m limited file. So it's like plain language. When you look at this query, you will know what is going on. Right, let's run it. You will get exactly the same output like this. And you have some other queries here. So just need some time to play with it. And we can look, let's go a little bit more. We can look at here. This is a structure for the Neo4j for the person which can direct a movie, write a movie, produce movie, review the movie, or acted in movie. Those are different types of relationship. Now you don't have to worry about that. You just need to create a person and create a movie and tell what's the relationship between the person and the movie, right? So for the actor could be a person, and for audience could be also a person, right? Director also be a person. So you don't need to worry about that. The only thing is the person is like if you learn the programming language, like the object, the higher abstract object. But you can name it differently, right? You can say actor or something. And another thing is you can have more than one label here. For example, you can say one person is a person, also is an actor, something like that. So that one will give you better. We will talk about that later. But if I here just give you a taste, what is this relation looks like? Let's go a little bit further. Okay, those are many details for the database, right? But for here, normally if you just open up, clean the just regular database, it looks like here. If you click on this icon, it will show you what kind of a node we have. I only have two. One is person, one is a movie, and we have some relationship between, right? So if you click on person, it gives you 25 example of the person. If you click on movie, it gives you another 25 examples of the movie, right? How about if I just want to look at one movie, I just click on this query, it will send that to the query writing panel here, and change the limit to 1, we'll get only one movie here. And once you get this kind of a lovely node here, and you can just double click, or you can expand in this node. You will get all the person that link to this movie, right? You have some directed, acted in, and acted in. See, you can see all different types of relationship, right? It seems like no one wrote this movie, and no one reviewed this movie. So another thing is, once we expand this node also can be expandable, right? If you open this person, you get a graph which is very interesting. See, you can see what this movie that person linked to, right? If you want to look at some relationship, we'll talk in the next chapter about what are the potential linkage between those movie and the original movie. You can use those links to find a pattern and use some like fancy calculation to rank them or find them, right? So this is the basic idea how the graph database looks like. Okay, and now the first idea here is if you match, so match a node is a kind of a round shape, so you need a parenthesis around that. The n here is a variable, and the movie itself is the type of the node. Here's the movie. So you need to tell what type of node you're looking for. So any type, any movie you can get, and return the variable. The variable presents the node itself and how many you want, right? How about if we want just this movie, the matrix, a very good movie. If we just want that movie, we can say match movie well n dot title equal to double quote or single quote is fine. The matrix. Okay, then we just need to return the n. Right? It's kind of similar to SQL. The SQL use select, but here use the node, right? Just tell what's the title here, right? If more than one movie has same name, you'll get more than one here, right? So that's the way you do that. And you can also do another way, for example, say released equal to, for example, let's say greater than 2000. And let's limit that. So greater than, we don't know how many in the limit is 3. Oh, sorry, there's under-released. So we get 3, right? 3 movies. That's good. That is because we limit that to 3, right? So those movies are released in 2000. How about I don't want the notice of, I just want to count. Then you just change that return n to count n, right? So it's very easy to use. So this is for 1. But how about we want another type? So we are not only query the movie itself, but we also query some director here. For example, let's say for those 3 movies, who are the directors, right? So we use directed, and another node type is person. It's better to add a direction here, but for here, we can look at what is the directed relation. It's from the person to the movie, so it's better to add the direction here. Then let's return not only the movie but also the person here. It seems like that's nothing. Directed. Oh, the mistake is here that the direction, I put it the wrong direction, so it should be this way. Let's run that again. Now we can see it's very clear we have, because we limit 3, let's get a little bit more here, like 10. So you'll find some interesting pattern, right? Some movie directed by people, and those people also directed by other movie here. So you can see the relationship between the people and the movie itself, right? So this is the Neo4j query. You can write something like this to limit that. Not only from the movie, you can also limit it by person. For example, let's say P born is less than something around 1977. So you can also do that. So those one will give you the directors, which is born before 1967, right? You can say that 1964, 1942. So this is the basic about Neo4j. We will talk deeper in the next video.